What's up, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. Today is Team of the Year Midfielders Day, but I also have a feeling today is going to be the day that we receive the biggest SBC of FC25, which is, of course, the Team of the Year Gareth Bale SBC. It seems like everybody is very excited for this Bale SBC, which also could have an impact not just on strikers and right-wing cards in the game. Metas might be dropping in price, but it could also have a big impact on the fodder cards needed to complete that SBC. So we're going to be taking a look at the impact that that SBC is going to have today. We're also going to, of course, be trying to pack a blue card to start today's video. So we're going to open a couple 83 plus times 10s, and if we do that every single video, probably still won't end up packing a blue, but at least we can say that we tried. We've got a walkout in this one. Center mid from Norway. Is that Martin Odegaard? I think so. 89 rated. If it's not a double walkout, 89 rated's the highest. I guess we'll take that. That's not too bad. Got a couple more though. And as we are opening these packs, I want to remind you, if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content that we're dropping during Team of the Year. You don't want to miss out on any of this. No walkout in this one. Brutal for an 83 plus times 10. 84 as the highest rated. That is terrible. Oh my goodness. And also, of course, drop a like on the video, because if you drop a like on the video right now, we're going to get ourselves a blue in the Jumbo Rare Players Pack. Somebody didn't like the video. Do you need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 8% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from u7buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. And if you order this week, you'll be thrown into a Team of the Year giveaway if you use my code NITRO. Link down below. First, we got Team of the Year Evo Star 1, and that was a max 87 to complete. And it sent center backs to the moon. Buongiorno, 87 Saliba, and other center backs that fit this evolution, they went extinct. Like, you can't even buy them on the market for the most part now. And of course, there's a progression to that as they continue to get upgraded, and there's going to be 3 more progressions, or maybe 4 more progressions for the Team of the Year Evo Star over the course of Team of the Year. But then we also ended up getting Team of the Year Blueprint, which was a much bigger SBC in terms of the price, 500,000 coins, but also the card you get in return. But the same thing happened where it was max 87 overall, which sent right wing 87 rateds to the moon. We saw cards like Cole Palmer's Inform. He went from 20,000 coins to 170K. He did drop back down to 100K, but that's still up by times 5 of what he was beforehand. So that sent 87s that fit right wing to the moon. And then yesterday, we got Playmaking Protector, and it confirms the pattern that we are seeing, maximum 87 rated for any player that can play right back. And we've seen one pretty much every day of Team of the Year so far. So I would only assume that today and tomorrow and the next day, there's going to be at least a couple of maximum 87 overalls for a evolution, and there's only a certain amount of positions it could be, right? And so those positions are going to potentially be the goalkeeper, the left back, the center attacking mid, center mid, or CDM, left mid, striker, or left wing. Those are the only positions that haven't been touched. And of course, a lot of players can fit multiple positions. So when we look at center attacking mid, center, defensive mid, I would not be surprised if we see one of those today. But it, of course, can also be left back or goalkeeper. Goalkeeper, even though Casillas, Team of the Year icon, is an SBC, and a lot of people are doing that, could see the goalkeepers go up in price if they're 87 rated. And so right now, what we're doing is we're scrolling through some 87s, and even though there's a lot of cards in here that you can't actually use, like these flashback SBCs or any SBCs for that matter, there are also a few on here that could potentially rise if there's an evolution that is maximum 87 for their position. Now, what we're looking for is those positions and those positions only. We don't want to find one that can also play right back. We don't want to find one that can also play right wing, because they can fit into other evolutions, and they're probably already up in price a little bit, and if not, they just didn't fit that evolution. So with that being said, we're looking for cards like maybe Marquisio, who is already up in price, because remember, we did get Zidane as a free card. This card is center mid, center defensive mid, and left mid. So he could fit all of those positions if that is what comes out as an evolution. And he's up a decent bit from what he was yesterday. Don't get me wrong. This card crashed in price when Zidane came out. But before Zidane came out, he was like 40K, which is slightly above what he was. This is a card that, yes, has a little bit of risk. But given the fact that he's got great stats already, any evolution would take him probably closer to that 90K, like we're seeing with some of these other cards. I mean, take a look at the market index for the last 24 hours. Well, Marquisio might be a bad example because he's already gone up that much. But look at this Alexander-Arnold. This card right here is 164,000 coins now. And yesterday, before this evolution came out, this card was 90,000 coins. That's the potential profit you're making on some of these. Marquisio might be a bad example. Let's keep searching. But that is exactly what we're looking for, those positions. Exactly. So Brian Mbeumo, he does play left back, but he also plays right back and right wing. So we're not going to really invest in him probably. Let's scroll to the next page and see if we can find some special cards that I like. Zaire Emery, that's not a bad one. Again, he's probably up in price a little bit because of the speculation, but Zaire Emery I kind of like right there. Pervis Estupinan, that left back or left mid, that is solid. I like that. Again, the entire market is up, plus there's speculation for these 87s, but take a look at this. This card has been rising since Thursday. He hasn't stopped rising. He's 26K now. He's a max of 35K. That card's probably going to go extinct here in the next couple of days, whether he gets an evolution or not. But if he gets an evolution, it's absolutely going extinct. You're looking at plus 8,000 coins no matter what, in my opinion. That's a great investment if you can get for, less than 26K. Great card right there. We can scroll down through this forever. We could probably spend 20 minutes finding different cards, but I'll leave it to you guys to find the rest of them. Victor Gyökeres. That's one that I would suggest. He could go up to 30,000 coins, and right now you can get for 20. That's a decent card. Neymar, he's up 76% right now. Maybe avoid him. Let's go to the next page right here. We'll find one more card that I like as we quickly scroll through. Again, there's so many options you could go with. Fridolina Rolfo. That's not bad because she's going to actually be in Team of the Year as well. This is an 87 rated. It's got jockey, which is good for left backs. It could also fit a left wing evolution if that came out. That is a card that I would suggest because if that got some roll plus or maybe another play style, that would be a card that goes up a lot. Plus her maximum is 140,000 coins. Is she in the current team of the week though? She is in the current team of the week. So she's in packs until Wednesday though. So just keep that one in mind as she is in packs till Wednesday. So there might be some supply that you're playing against in terms of hoping that she rises in price. But that's one of the ways that I think you can make coins over the course of the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for more evolutions that are maximum of 87 rated. Now, another way that I've been making coins is 84 and 85 rated cards. As you can see, I've been selling these cards for 26 to 2,800 coins. And right now, these cards don't go for that. And they haven't actually gone for that. Right now, they go for 2.2 thousand coins, which is more than what it was yesterday. We did shout these cards out less than 2.2K. They actually got as low as 1,400 on Friday. But I've been buying these cards for 2,000, 1,900, 1,800 coins. You can get them still for less than 2.2 for sure. And then you just list them for 800, 900, or 1,000 coins more than what you got them for. And not every time are they going to sell. As you can see, there are some cards that I have on my transfer list right now that haven't sold, right? There's plenty right there. All I got to do is click relist those cards, and a couple more will sell this hour. You can keep this going for as long as you want, because right now, especially at content release, there are so many people that go out and do the upgrade SBCs, guys, and they don't really look at the market for the cheapest cards. A lot of people just go out, they click on the SBC, start from scratch, and then they will just buy the first one they see after they add a concept player when they click compare price. So if they were to add a player like Mateo, this is an 85 rated card, right? So if they add this as a concept, a lot of people are not doing the extra research to get of course I already have her, but they click compare price and they just buy one of these cards on the first page, right? They just buy one of the cheapest cards. So they scroll across and they're like, okay, well, it looks like, 3,700 is the cheapest I can get that card for. That's the cheapest one. But if you take a look at Mateo on the market, you'll notice that's probably not going to be the cheapest one on the market. It's 300 coins more than the cheapest one on the market, right? So you can list your cards for more and they will get bought a lot of the time. So make sure you're lazy listing for people that aren't doing the right research. And there's a lot of casuals that just genuinely don't know how to find the cheapest cards in the market. They don't know how to use the transfer market and just search a card and add it quickly, right? Of course, we're doing it from the transfer market window, but they don't know to go to the transfer market and add the max buy now. They actually genuinely just do not do that, and they'll spend more coins than they need to do every single SBC. And so take advantage of that, make some extra coins on every single player you've got. Like, I've got these cards rotating right now on my transfer list. I've already cleared like 40 of them from the last 2 days so that I could have more room for them, and I still have plenty of transfer list space, so I'll probably add some more. Now, there's a big SBC coming today, and that squad building challenge goes by the name of Gareth, okay? He is going to be probably the most in-demand SBC of the year. Will they price it low enough to where a lot of the community does it? That's up to EA Sports. But what I do know is that there's more people excited for this Bale SBC than I think that we've seen for pretty much any other SBC throughout the year. This Gareth Bale could have a serious impact on high-rated fodder, especially if it's priced correctly or if it's priced at least to a point where people are enticed to do it. I don't know exactly what that price may be, but if it's any less than 2 million coins, I think a lot of people will end up doing this SBC. If it's over 2 million coins, I think less people will do it, but I still think some people will do it. If it's over like 2.5, 3 million, I do think that they've probably overpriced it and it won't have quite the impact that we're looking for. But I genuinely don't think that they're going to price it over that amount. I don't think that they're going to make it more than like the Ronaldinho that came out last week. So I would assume that it would probably be less than the Ronaldinho that came out, which is 2.1 million coins. So I'm expecting it somewhere in between the range of De Bruyne and Ronaldinho. So somewhere in that 2 mil range is what I'm expecting for it. And I think if they put it there, I think a lot of people are going to end up doing that squad building challenge, which is going to make a lot of the high rated fodder, especially now that a lot of the packs have already been opened. This fodder, there's going to be a lot of people that are crafting that SBC. They're using the fodder they packed, but there's just simply no way, unless you've bought packs, there's no way you're going to have the amount of fodder that's needed for that Bale SBC without buying some cards on the market. And so I would expect to see some high-rated fodder go up, but I'm actually very tempted to spend all 8.1 million of my coins on fodder. I just don't know which rating to go in on. Because if we take a look at last year, on the 84 or 85 rated cards, let's use Sauerbrunn as an example. Now, how do I spell that? There it is, Becky Sauerbrunn. So this is FC24 we're looking at now, right? And if we take a look at the graph during Team of the Year, now a lot of this was because of exchange SBCs, and we're not getting those this year, but take a look at this. So on the first day of Team of the Year, the card, of course, the fodder is going up a little bit. And that's what we're seeing this year, is the fodder is up a little bit. But the amount that this card is actually going to rise, I mean, by the middle of February, when we get future stars, or even by the end of this promo, that's a very significant rise in price from the 4,000 coins all the way up to the 8,000 coins that it would be by the end of Team of the Year alone, assuming they follow a similar trend. Now, I've never been one to invest in fodder cards, I'll be honest with you. I really don't like it because I feel like I have to hold those cards for a while. I get bored. It's a lot of work, and I don't have any opportunity to really trade with metas during the same time, which even if it makes me less coins during that time, it's way more fun, and it's better content for you guys watching the videos. But I'm very tempted to go in on a rating all in and just hold it for a couple days, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But let me know in the comments down below, what rating would you suggest I go in on? Now, we could go 83s, but they're not guaranteed to get off the floor again. They probably will, but we could also go 84s, which are 2,000 coins right now, and just buy, I think I would probably be able to buy 3,000 of those 84 rated cards with 8 million coins, something along those lines. I could probably buy 2,400 85s. But as we get up into the higher rateds, we look at like 91s, like Haaland and Rodri. I could probably buy like 200 of those cards, and that's a little bit more manageable because then I'm only 100 cards unassigned, and that's, a lot easier to deal with. But they're already up a decent amount. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. If I should just stick with meta, or if I should go with fodder, and if I should go with fodder, what rating would you suggest I go for? Let's go ahead and take a look at the Team of the Year cards. Now, I actually do still have a Mohamed Salah on my account right now. 5.35 million coins is not too bad. He's up a little bit from what he was earlier. It's just so risky to hold these cards because over the course of the last few years, what I'll tell you is that the data, it is very inconsistent. Sometimes these cards rise after they go out of packs. They go up after they go out of packs. Sometimes they go down throughout the week, especially as we get closer to like Tuesday and Wednesday. The cards go down and then they start rising after the full release of the team, which is coming out on Thursday, by the way. So the full release of the team is on Thursday. And so we're going to see these cards rise on Thursday and on Friday and on Saturday next week, and then they'll probably continue to rise. But in the meantime, it's very risky because we're just not sure if the amount of supply this year is going to overwhelm the market because there is more coins in the game this year, but there's also so much more supply for these Salah cards. If we take a look over at my Twitter here, we can see that I tweeted that last year there were probably like 10 Salahs on the market. There were 70 when I tweeted that. It went up to 70 or it went up to 85 Team of the Year Salahs, at one time that I checked. So nearly 100 Team of the Year Salahs on the market at once is incredible supply. Like that is a lot of Team of the Year Salahs, which means that these cards aren't really going to get that rare because there's just that many Salahs in the game right now that are tradable. When last year there was like maybe a page of these kind of cards. Like the Erling Haaland that spiked up from 4 million to 12 million coins in a month. I mean, there were only a couple of those cards on the market, like 4 or 5 a lot of the time. There are 70 plus Salahs on the market pretty much all at once right now. So it makes it really difficult for something like this to go up out of packs, which means I'm not too confident with it. And so if you have Team of the Years, I would say it's probably better to trade with the midfielders than it is to hold some of these cards long term. But especially with the Team of the Year or icon Bale that's coming out, he's also right wing, which means that Caroline Graham-Hansen, Lauren James, and Mohamed Salah, they're all right wing cards. They could be negatively affected if Team of the Year icon Gareth Bale comes out today or tomorrow or whenever he does come out. We know he's coming and he's going to have an impact on those right wing cards. So with that being said, just be careful with these cards. All right, there's definitely a lot of volatility left and there's no guarantee that these cards rise out of packs, but it does kind of show us a little bit in the safer direction just because right now you can see that over the course of the last day, this card has gone from closer to 5 mil all the way up to 5.3, 5.4 million coins. So we're getting closer to this card rising and maybe going up out of packs, but we'll have to see because I'm just genuinely not sure if this card is going to keep going up. But we have seen a decent rise on some of these cards. I mean, Lauren James was close to 2 mil. She's now 2.3. Sophia Smith was under 5 million. She's now 5.1. Caroline Graham-Hansen is even up. These aren't significant rises in terms of making profit on the cards because if you would have bought this card at its low point, which was about, honestly, it was about 7.1 mil is the lowest I saw her, 7.1. She is 7.4 now. So if you were to sell for 7.4, you're still going to lose coins after tax because it's like 350K in terms of tax on a card like this. But it's still up to where it gives you hope that they're going to rise going out of packs. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video on how to make some coins. 87s, fodder cards, and lazy listing is the way to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I actually got to get to work now, so the video is not going to be too long because I genuinely have to leave in a few minutes. But make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with the Team of the Year midfielder. I guess it's not going to be Friday flips. We got some Sunday flips coming for us later today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.